can check in, make sure I got the plug in, wait in line to put in, back it down straight and crank up the mercury. Inside the no wake zone is where I gotta be when they call my number, this nitro.
Hey fishing fans out there, Nick Whittemore here. Alright, I've been looking for a reason to do a new video. Been busy with work, haven't really been able to get out and do a lot of fishing here recently. But as we all know, today, Thursday, alright, started the FLW Cup, the Mecca of bass fishing, okay? $500,000 on the line. The 35 best FLW Tour pros and 15 other ones that found different avenues to qualify for the Cup, either that be through the BFL All-American like Curtis Richardson or the TBF like Sean Gordon, who I have on my list, okay? This is going to be a video over who I have on my fantasy picks on FLW Fantasy Fishing and why I have them, okay? Fantasy fishing is a great thing. You win, I think it's like $5,000 a tournament, and if you win the overall after the 6 tournaments plus the Forrest Wood Cup, you can win almost 10 grand, all right? If you're a member on FLW, it's free. It's a total great thing to look at for next season, which I think picks up in late January, beginning of February, okay? All right. Now, FLW Cup, let's set the stage here. So the FLW Cup this year is going to be on Lake Ouachita. The last time it was there was in 2011, okay, where Scott Martin pulled it out with the win of like, it was like 50 or 61 pounds, I believe. And then second place was like 56 pounds, and then it was like 48. So it's a great impoundment. I'm from Arkansas myself. Grew up there. I fished it twice in tournaments. Practiced, I think, twice with my good buddy Cody Kelly. It's a great fishery, okay? It's deep, it's clear. All right, the times I fished it was in the winter, so it kicked my butt, you know, throwing Alabama rigs through grass and everything else, all right? Other than that, though, it is a great, I think it's, all right, so it's a 40,000 acre lake, all right? Average depth 50 foot, maximum depth like 200 foot. All right, there's grass, there's all kinds of grass, there's standing timber, there's ledges, there's points, there's channels, okay? The fish they're going to be looking at this week are largemouth and spots, all right? A lot of brush piles out there as well. Not a lot of docks and stuff like that, but there are a few, all right, here and there. All right, like I said, I fished it. I'm from up there. All right. Right now, the weather, as you can see, I'm down here in Austin, Texas. It's overcasted today. We've had some thunder in here and there. It's great. It's like 80 degrees, 70-something. Up in Arkansas, I think they're supposed to be having rain tomorrow and Saturday, so that's going to play a big role in the tournament this week, okay? I've been watching a lot of different... I've done my research when I picked my team for this, guys. I've watched their pre-practice tournament videos. I've watched their practice videos. And I've even looked at what the experts say about them, all right, here and there, and just kind of watched them throughout the season, all right, and reviewed them and their profiles. All right, shout out to FLW. They keep you really informed before each tournament in the pre-practice, not just at the tour level, but Rayovacs as well, and even some of the BFLs. But they keep you informed about practice and what the conditions are and what the anglers are seeing and doing and all that fun stuff. So shout out to FLW crew for that. All right, but let's jump in here. So I got my top 10 guys, all right? My top 10 guys I think that will give me great points or really have a chance to win this tournament on Lake Ouachita, the last tournament of the year. All right. Right now, my weight, I have my weight set at 52 pounds, 8 ounces. All right. The reason I think that is the way the videos have been going. I think it's going to be tough. I think they're gonna catch right around 10 to 12 pounds a day. I could be wrong with that, but if they catch 12 pounds a day, 4 days of fishing, that's 48 pounds. So I gave myself a little lee room there. You never know. Somebody could come out and catch 15, but the way the videos have been going, the water's a little low, it's hot. I don't know. I think the average is going to be about 12 pounds a day. All right. So my first pick right now. All right. This is going to be set kind of where I think they'll finish or how they'll finish. Not necessarily in this order, but these are some great guys. All right. It's hard to really kind of pick a lineup. All right, but these are going to be my 10 guys. All right. So number 1, Angler of the Year, Scott Martin. Okay. He has had 5 consecutive top 20s. He's a former Forrest Wood Cup champion at this lake back in 2011. I was there. Y'all saw the picture in the entrance there. And he's got the experience, okay? He loves to fish grass and clear water, all right? So we have a lot of grass. On this lake you have milfoil, you have hydrilla, you have coontail, okay? So you got a lot of different grass options out there. All right, there's a video of Scott Stuggs, another Cup champion, breaking down the lake for you, so check that out. All right, so Scott Martin's my number 1, all right? He's got the experience. He has it here as well. So My number 2 angler of the year, he's 15th, but Stenson Baylock. Okay, so this guy's an Arkansas native. All right, lives in Bentonville. I think it's like 3 hours north of Lake Ouachita, the Big O. He's been very consistent this season. There's a few times I should have picked him, but I didn't. And he really showed out this year. He's done really great. I mean, he's 15th in Angler of the Year, and he even made the Cup. Okay, in the 6 tour events, he has 3 top 25s, 3 top 10s, and even 1 top 3 where he ended up second. All right. On his profile, it says he likes cloudy water sight fishing. Now, this isn't really Ouachita's thing, but I think being a native of Arkansas and fishing Ouachita, you don't just grow up in Arkansas and not fish Ouachita. So I think that's going to kind of give him a little bit of an advantage on that. My 3rd pick, number 6, Wesley Strader. He's number 6 in Angler of the Year. He spent some time at the top of the boards for Angler of the Year this year. And I think being number 6 and not really having to fight for Angler of the Year, I think it's going to allow him to really relax and just get a strong finish, if not win this sucker here on Ouachita. All right, he can catch him really anywhere. Like I said, he came his 2nd and 3rd tournament of the year and kind of stayed there for I think it's 1 or 2 tournaments. He stayed at the top of the Angler of the Year, and the rest of the trade, he can catch him. All right, so if not win it, I think he'll give me a strong finish, at least a top 10. All right, not a lot of people picked him. My 4th pick, Cody Mayer. I'm going to go with Meyer. All right. He's 13th in Angler of the Year. Okay. He's had 6 Cup appearances. Back when it was here, back in 2011, he finished 7th. Okay. He's a West Coast guy, finesse fishing. He's good in clear water. All right. Out of the top, he's only been out of the top 30 in the 6 tour events 3 times. So he's about 50% there when you look at the top 30s. He's a great fisherman, and when he has to, he can do finesse like nobody's business. So I think he's really going to have a strong finish strong showing in this tournament as well. Like I said, he finished 7th in 2011, so I think he's going to build on what he did then and really come out and really jump maybe within the top 3 this year. All right, so my number 5 guy, David Dudley. He's number 22 in Angler of the Year. He's a post-Cup champion. All right. He's great. He's good with a spinning rod. He's very consistent. All right. Only 2 tour events. He was out of the top 50 this year. So that's not bad. I mean, he made the Cup, and this guy's fished a Cup. He's won a Cup, and he's going to be fighting to be the first guy to win 2 Forrest Wood Cups. Between him and Scott Martin, you know, it's going to be a tough fight. But I think he can do really well at this tournament. You know, he's really last time of the year. Nothing. You know, no time to hold anything back now. So I think he'll do really great this tournament as well. Now, a guy that they didn't really have a lot is Michael Neal. All right, he's 31st in Angler of the Year standings right now. Not a lot of people had him. In fact, I don't think anybody had him on their tournament picks. Just because I don't think he's ever fished Ouachita, okay, or maybe even a Cup. But he's very consistent, okay. Three times he was out of the top 50 this year, so he's about 50% when you look at top 50 finishes. But I think he's going to be a sleeper, okay. And didn't cost me a lot of my salary cap, okay? With fantasy fishing, you get a $200 salary cap. And that keeps you from getting, you know, Scott Martin, Stenson Baylock, Wesley Strader, Brian Thrift, David Dudley, Andy Morgan, those type of guys, those high guys that make the Cup. It keeps you from stacking your lineup. So you kind of have to have a few guys that are consistent and can catch them, but not necessarily have the experience as Scott Martin, Wesley Strader, David Dudley, and them like that. So I think what I've really kind of learned doing that this year is you kind of have 3 really great guys, and then you have 7, or you have 3 or 4, maybe 4 more guys that are very consistent, and then 3 that are kind of up and coming. Okay. My 7th guy. So my 7th guy is gonna be Zach Burge. Okay, Zach Burge. He's never fished a Big O. All right, he has shallow skills, and that's what he does. Okay. Granted, yeah, there can be a shallow bite on Ouachita through the grass and stuff, but I think some of it, with this, if that front's coming in, I think it's going to play a little bit more on the kind of deeper type of fish, I think. But you never know. I mean, Scott Martin, when he won it in 2011, he was deep some and he was shallow some, so you never know. Okay, but with him, so he's had a good season, and he lives close. He lives in Oklahoma. And I think I read somewhere that he's even has some experience on Ouachita before he started his tournament career. So that's going to play a big role. Being able to get there to improve practice and stuff like that, and not spend a whole lot of money doing that, or out of his reach. So I think Zach Burge is going to be a really good guy that'll at least give me a top. He's like Neil. I think he'll give me at least a good showing, possibly top 20, maybe even top 10. You never know with him. Okay. So my eighth guy. My eighth guy is number 98 in Angler of the Year. Oh, Burge. Burge was 29th. He's 29th in Angler of the Year standings, okay? So the next guy, so my number 8 guy is Todd Alton. He's 98th in Angler of the Year. He's $9. And out of his Cup appearances, I think, which is 3, he's had 2 top 20s and 1 top 10. You know, this guy is one of those guys that you kind of have to go with. I think he's going to do really well just by looking at the way he's done this season. I think he can really come through and pull out a good finish and give me some good points, okay? These last 2 guys I picked them, they found different avenues to get to the Cup. So, like this first guy, Sean Gordon, he's a TBF champion, okay? He won the TBF. He's an Arkansas native. He lives in Russellville, which is about 2 hours north of the Big O. Lake Dardanelle is his big river, and that's a great lake. I can go out there and catch him out there as well. But he won the BFL on the Big O, which is probably the one I was at this past year. He's won the BFL on the Big O, and he has experience for $8. $8 for him. I mean, this guy's going to come out there. I mean, he's from Arkansas, so he can pre-practice. He's fished it probably, 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year. So he's got experience on this lake, and so I think he'll get a good showing, possibly a top 20. Possibly a top 20, maybe even a top 10. You never really know with him. Roy Hawk, I'm not sure exactly what he wanted to get to the Cup. But he's a West Coast guy. I think he's from Arizona. He's a West Coast guy, clear water. He loves to fish grass, okay? Like I said, clear water and grass is what Ouachita has. Ledges, points, submerged timber, stuff like that, okay? He's great with a crankbait and a jig. So cranking those crankbaits over ledges, running jigs through brush, stuff like that. So I read up on him, did my research on him, and I think he's going to get a good, strong showing as well. Granted, yeah, there's that little bit of the Cup's going to be a big thing that's going to run. It can kind of freak people out, but I think these guys can really give me a strong showing, great points, and even win this tournament, hopefully. Like I said, I'm about 1,600 points behind the leader right now for the overall, so there's no way I'm going to win that one. But I think this will be a strong roster for my fantasy team. So, like I said, guys, check out Fantasy Fishing for next season, the 2016 season, all right, with FLWfishing.com. All right, subscribe to my page below. Check out my good buddy Cody Kelly. He's Arkansas Special Olympics pro, Cody Kelly. Cody Kelly Fishing on Twitter, Facebook, and even he has a YouTube page on here. Subscribe to him. He's doing great things this year. It's his rookie season. Didn't make the Cup, unfortunately, but yet he learned a lot this year by talking to him, and he's still doing great things outside of fishing with the community. So check him out. Check me out. Good luck and tight lines out there.